Hi there, welcome to the Morning Swim Show for Friday, September 17th, 2010. I'm your host, Peter Bush. In the Phoenix Monitor today, we'll talk to one of the most accomplished master swimmers of all time. Lois Kivi Nochman will be inducted into the International Masters Swimming Hall of Fame this weekend in Dallas. And Lois joins us right now in the Phoenix Monitor from outside Detroit, Michigan. Hi, Lois. Welcome back to the show. How are you?
I am fine, thank you.
Congratulations on the induction.
Oh, well, thank you again.
How do they break the news to you?
Oh, proud, excited. What can you say? Like, wow.
When did you get into swimming and why did you start swimming?
Let's see. When? I think it was about what? Remember, Skip?
Fall of 87. And 88 was your first year.
88. Ah, yes. Okay, 88. Wow. I had been retired for some years. And I was swimming at the local Y. And one of the swimmers I knew slightly asked me if I would like to swim for Masters. And I said, no, I didn't see any point in competing at my age. And she went off and let it drop. But she came back in a week or so and said, we need you. And I was touched. At my age, if somebody needs me. So I said, sure, why not? So as a favor to a friend, I joined and swam for her team. And I must say, our team picked up when I joined. And I was in an age group, happily, where if I swam, I could generally get at least third. And that made a difference in the points. So the team was happy, and I was happy.
So you didn't start swimming competitively until you were in your 60s. I mean, talk about a hidden talent. You've now broken like 60 Masters world records. That's incredible.
Yes, that's true. I can't explain it. That's true. I always knew how to swim. Can't remember a time when I didn't know how to swim. My grandparents had a cottage on a lake. One of the first things any parent has to do when children are near water is be sure that they can swim. So that I was checked out very early. In fact, I remember being out on the lake in the middle of a storm, and everybody was running up and down the beach, screeching at my mother, aren't you worried? Your daughter might drown. And she said, no, daughter couldn't drown. I thought that was delightful.
How come you never got into competitive swimming when you were younger?
Because it just wasn't there. When I was growing up, the best swimming we had in terms of children's swimming was a city swimming meet once a year. And the girls could do a 50-yard. And for distance, we were allowed to do the 100-yard. And we did relays, again, 50s. But that was pretty much it. Competitive swimmers are not coming from Michigan, pretty much. They're coming from private clubs. And country clubs had pools. But the two pools we had in Ann Arbor were not generally open to women. I mean, the Michigan Union Pool, for example, University of Michigan, allowed girls to swim on Saturday mornings.
Hey, Lois, let me ask you a question. Knowing what you know now about the natural talent that you obviously have for the sport, do you think, had you had better opportunities when you were young, that you could have been an all-time great swimmer?
Yes. It's a great sorrow to me that the opportunities were not there. My brother was a swimmer, and when he was in high school and setting records, all kinds of coaches were interviewing him and begging him to come swim and making things available for him. And I looked around, and there was nothing for women, for girls. I mean, somehow or other, at my time of life, athletics in general were not considered appropriate for girls.
Well, what do you think now when you watch the opportunities that young girls do get that you didn't get?
I think it's wonderful. I early joined a women's group that was advocating changes in law. I didn't think much of the women who were wanting to find themselves and march on the street. I was much more interested in getting laws changed. And the organization I belonged to was founded by a group of women's lawyers who were interested in changing laws, and we did.
Well, Lois, it's an amazing backstory, and it's incredible what you continue to do now into your 80s. I understand you haven't gotten to swim as much this year, though. You've been taking care of your husband who's in bad health?
That's true. Our family has to come first.
Well, we hope to see you back in the water as much as you'd love to be there. And congratulations once again on being inducted into the International Master Swimming Hall of Fame.
Yes, that is an honor I had not expected. That's great.
Well, thank you, Lois.
You're welcome.
All right, that's Lois Kivi Nochman joining us in the Finis Monitor from just outside Detroit. That is it for today's show. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.